intro. Just boom, we're here.
Boom.
Abracadabra.
Alakazam.
Welcome, welcome.
Jen says they got a comment over New York City, or is that a code word?
It could be either or.
Actually, maybe she
Beaver-
meant to say
Beaver
commie.
moon, isn't it?
Maybe she meant to say commie because they got one there in the race. Well, anyway,
I had turned you down in the background. It was echoing.
They got
Okay.
Beaver moon tomorrow. Supposed to be the brightest moon of the year.
a beaver moon?
Yeah.
I am not saying nothing. To
Dang,
that
I never heard of that.
We have them like all the time now.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Grace. Hey, Susie D. Mary, Jenna. Who else is here?
Back in the day, I don't remember all these names for moons and
There's a full moon
eclipse
tonight.
and all kinds of other stuff.
Yeah.
Now, Mary also said there's a comet. Oh, never
No,
mind.
that's a question.
Tell us
Yeah,
more. It means commie. Grace, straighten it out, will you?
Hey, Miss Susie.
That it's not a comet. That's Grace trying to fix her cameras and
Right.
get her solar set just right so her stuff gets charged. It's just a reflection off of her solar panels there.
I just want to know how many
Dana.
men is in chat tonight.
How many what?
Men are in chat tonight
Wow.
It's
Eric.
because I
No,
can't
I'm
tell that
on
joke. I can't tell that joke. I'm outnumbered right now.
what?
Eric did not hear that joke.
Solar
did
lights an hour ago. See? It's that light. Her lights are flickering and stuff. And
Oh,
everybody
Grace.
thinks it's a comet.
Grace, I got those socks for Pop. Thank you.
No, it ain't a comet. That's 101 testing out a new light. Donna says, hello, Dixie.
Sure, say hi.
Yeah, I came in about the time he was talking about, well, let me go through the colors of lights.
Oh, Lord.
And I'm like, hopefully there's not a lot. And it was like, it seemed like about 40 minutes he was going over the color combinations of that light he was using. I was like, just say there's a lot of colors.
The prison.
Now, when he gets into something, he really gets into it.
Oh yeah, especially a flashlight. He go down on that.
Oh my God. That and what is Star Wars? No, Transformers.
Transformers. Yeah.
Oh, we're talking about yeah, okay.
Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah. But I tell you what, if the power ever goes out, I like to be around him because
He'll have it lit up.
yeah.
About 10 feet from him because he'll be a big old target.
Hello, Miss Bonnie.
Hey, Bonnie.
Hey, Bonnie.
I figured I would kind of skip the normal conspiracy thing, but conspiracies are all about us. So it's
Everything's
there's so many of them.
Actually, when you think about it, life is a conspiracy, isn't it?
yes, it is.
Nowadays. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time you turn around, there's something going on, but I won't talk about it because it's like putting a bullseye on you.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
But the one thing I wanted to go over is people complain. I've been watching TikTok and Twitter and stuff with all these people that are on welfare. Some of them deserve it. Some of them, are disabled, or some just had a baby or something like that. Their husband left them or whatever. That's understandable. That's what it's meant to be. It's not meant for,
10, 13
some
years.
lady having 7 kids and never working. And when I said it's generational, it started with their parents, and they learned it from their parents. Oh, you don't have to work. You just get this every month. And
You're right, Bruce.
it's going from one family to the next generation.
Yeah.
And her kids will learn it just like the other ones. And
Bruce is
that's the difference.
Sure is
I'm
that.
not saying, oh,
Amazing.
everybody that's on welfare is this person or that person. No. And that's the whole point of, the welfare reform that he's talking about. People that don't deserve it don't need to be getting billions of dollars every year.
Yeah.
And that's money that is saved. But I wanted to show you guys something pretty quickly here. And it's probably going to be updated quite a bit. Right there. Let me make that full screen real quick. Let me go and refresh this because they keep adding to it every time.
Yeah.
These are, and some of these people have been, and don't read what their crimes are, by the way, you guys, because it's bad stuff. But as you can see, these are people, and majority of them are illegal. As you can see, illegal alien from Jamaica, Mexico, Dominican Republic, Laos, or whatever you call it, Turkey, El Salvador, Mexico.
Yeah.
These people are on Medicaid. They're getting food stamps, and it's proven this. Even though the Democrats say, "Oh, we want that, we want the Medicaid for so everybody gets it," but not illegals. But yet they've been paying these illegals for years, and it goes on and on and on. And this is actual proof. And you can see some of these people in the red text down here. Some of the stuff, I think we can actually, oh yeah, you can see some of the stuff that they've been charged with before. Some of it's, pretty bad stuff. And there's actually females in this too. So we can't leave them out. I'm not sure what that is. I don't know if that's a guy or a girl, but it goes on and on and on. And this is just, in the last 24 hours, I think this has went up, and they keep adding to it. And these are the ones that they are deporting, because why are we paying these people?
Very cool.
They're all illegal from multiple countries. Look at this. This guy's from England.
We won.
You see the, I'm not going to say what should happen to him, but there's a lot of this, goes on and on. I'm going to go ahead and close it now, but yeah.
Now, I did hear say today that Congress and the rest of them, if you are
There we go.
illegal, you will not be getting no more.
That's what they want. That's what the Democrats don't. They want, because that's their votes. That's why they're still getting paid. They're getting paid to vote, basically.
I didn't think felons could vote.
Yeah, right. Half the cemetery votes.
Well, and I'm not going to deny that. I think my father voted Democrat last year. Yeah. So, but Grace, I'm going to say this right here. You will learn. Okay, let me rephrase that. If you are on disability, you will learn how to live like that. The thing you got now, you'll end up getting rid of it. Your cable, you put lower wattage light bulbs in, it. I can't wait to January. I'll put it like that. I'll be 65. Now, here comes the argument I already feel. If I want to, I can go get a part-time job and they will not take my disability away. I mean, I need it. Don't get me wrong. There's no way I can get out there and do what I used to do. But I've got to do something. Period. And me and Dixie was talking about this just the other day. I told her, I'd get a job delivering, She said, you can't write no more.
You don't need to write.
Well,
everything's on the phone. You push a button.
Dude, I can't stand that. I'm old school. Give me pen and paper.
That's the thing. They don't make anything pen and paper now. All forms and stuff, like if you do deliveries now.
Yeah.
It tells you where to go, turn right here, and you deliver it, take a picture, and cha-ching.
Now that I might be able to handle, or I'll be an Uber driver during the daytime only. I ain't going nighttime. That's too much. Too many weirdos out there.
I'll be scared of that too.
Hate to break it to you, but the weirdos are in the daytime too.
Mm-hmm.
But not as bad.
I don't know.
Oh, I have now. I've not gotten out, really. Do any shopping or anything like that. But they are saying since the 1st of this month, it's like the stores are ghost towns.
No. Opposite.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The first, everybody and their brother was out there because they're trying to get as much as because you have to realize some of these people are getting $4,000 a month on food stamps, and some don't spend all that much.
No,
it's all junk food, this or energy drinks and whatever. So now they're afraid that they're going to lose that. So the first of the month they were out in force, double shopping carts, triple shopping carts. It was a madhouse. I thought it was going to be nice and quiet in there. It was. Well, now it was horrible.
I don't know about where y'all live, but come 1st of the month here, It got cut off, period.
It did everywhere.
Then how you mean to tell me if you had money on your card, you could still use it?
Yeah, it's still there. You still have the balance. You had money before this. It
Well,
cut
I
off
knew
the
that.
first. It cut off the first. It didn't cut off 10 years before that. It cut off on the first, so no more money. So it's just like you get money every month on your check. They
Okay,
can't take out what's in your bank.
well, the way I took it is you couldn't use your food card, period.
No,
Okay.
the money that you get is cut off because the government shut down because they can't send no money.
Jan,
The thing is with the states, certain states can move the funds from what they have in the state. Not saying all states are going to do that. And it depends on who runs that state too, if you get where I'm going with it.
yeah. Jan, if I could get $4,000 a month on food stamps, I'd be set for about 2 years.
Oh man,
Yeah, right.
I'd have to go to another town just to get food. Oh, I mean, I would be happy with $200 a month.
Oh, hell yeah.
That would be good.
Well, you got some people with food cards that know how to go out and shop. Okay. Then you
Yeah.
got other people out there. Hey, I wonder how much junk food I can get with this month.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Even when I had all 5 of my kids here, I was getting, I think it was $300 and some a month. I still don't understand how these
Right.
women get $4,000 and $5,000 a month for having 1 or 2 kids.
Dude,
I don't know, but I'm
the only thing I can say to that is they lie like hell.
what do you lie though?
What?
Everything's done on a computer, so it's, unless they say the kid has special needs and has to have some kind of special food or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I
but
mean, here,
with the
come on.
$300 and some, I didn't go out and buy. Every once in a while, if we went on a trip or something, the kids got a pop. When they were home, they drank fruit juice because fruit juice is good for them.
Yeah.
They drank milk and water. That was the whole drinking thing. As far as snacks and things go, majority of the time I made those.
Yeah.
The Rice
So,
Krispie treats and the peanut butter bars and the no bake cookies and stuff like that. Because it was a lot cheaper. I could make 1 batch of no bake cookies last a whole month.
1 batch of no bake cookies wouldn't last a whole day here. But
Well, see, that's the thing. You don't. They get a couple a day. You don't go and say, "Here, eat up."
Right, sure. I do remember, and it's been many, many moons ago, when a family got food stamps. There was no buying junk, potato chips or drinks or anything like that. Now, shit, you can go to restaurants with the EBT and pay for it.
Yeah.
No.
Well, see, that's the thing.
You're right, Grace.
Everybody goes to gets the potato chips, and that's fine every once in a while. But you can get a big thing, a pound of popcorn, and it's just as good as potato chips, but it's a heck of a lot cheaper when you can cook it at home.
As long as it don't have the hulls in it. So I hate walking around.
Well, it depends how you're cooking it too.
Well, now I do know the microwave bag. If
Oh,
you'll
don't eat
notice,
that
it's
crap.
got that little hole in the bottom of it. If you shake the bag like that, all the holes and seeds and everything supposed to fall out.
Yeah, but you know that the oil they use with that stays in your colon for 10 years. One
Do
bag
you
of
know?
popcorn.
Okay, Grace, thank you for this. Do you know if you take Orville Redenbacher, the kernels, and put it in I call it a lunch bag, brown paper bag that you buy, and put it in the microwave, it'll pop like that too.
I've got a little movie theater thing that I got the Goodwill for, I think $7.
Really?
You put a cup of popcorn in there and
Yeah.
some butter. That's all, and it goes around, pop, 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 and fills up the little tray and everything, and you got popcorn for the night.
Now, Jan. Okay, hold on. I've got Jan. What state do you live in?
Missouri.
Oh, okay. Down here in the South, we got a thing. It's called a redneck alarm, a fire alarm. And what that is you take a thing of Jiffy Pop popcorn, you know, the type you put on the stove and shake, you nail it above the door. If it pops, you got a fire. Time to get out.
But one of the things that when I was every once in a while I'd stay with my grandpa. I remember he was making fried potatoes one day, and he was peeling the potatoes, and he had them in a pan, the peelings, and I grabbed it and was going to take it out to the pigs. He said, "What you doing?" And I said, "I'm taking this to pigs." And he, "Oh, no, you're not." And I gave him back to him. Didn't think nothing of it. And then I asked him the next day, and he said, "Why don't you want me to give the pigs the scraps?" And he said, "That's not scraps. That's what we're having for dinner tonight." And what? And he says, "That's potato skin soup." I'm like, because he had carrots, the peelings from the carrots and everything. He made soup out of that, and I was like grossed out at first, and then I ate it, and it just tastes like any other soup.
Well, now, do you remember? I'm sure Eric does too. When they had I don't know what you call it, a big thing over deep fried potato skins.
Oh yeah.
I will say this, it was pretty good. You know, like that. And every once in a while, I do it. It's
Well,
still
the thing is, we throw so much food away nowadays,
dude.
and that's kind of what I'm getting at is
Yeah.
we need to start thinking of the way, because in those bad times hardly anything was thrown away. You know,
Yeah.
look, you can look back at the Indians. They used every bit of what they killed, every bit of it. Hardly anything was ever wasted. They used the bones to the cartilage to, you know.
Well, that's straight about like a hog. Uh-oh. Bushcraft hit the wrong button. Eric, you on mute. You're going to have to come up and help out.
Well, Jeff, you kicked me out of here.
No, I think you hit the wrong button.
I was sitting there and I'm gone.
Well, you look at it like this. Back, oh God, when I was around 5, 6 years old, that many years ago, when they processed a hog, nothing went to waste.
Oh yeah.
Every cotton picking thing. they used. You know,
Yeah. I'll watch these cooking channels where they
Yeah.
they'll trim it up some meat or something like that, and that trash. And I'm like, what are you doing? You if anything, you can flavor it and you can give it to your animals for one thing. Just
yeah, fatten them up.
everything we waste more food than we eat, which is crazy.
Hello,
Um,
Touch.
but it's the truth. You can go to the web. I forget what the website is. It keeps track of waste, how much food gets spoiled and then it gets thrown away. And I used to say, well, why do they throw it away, and why don't they put it somewhere where we can turn it into compost and stuff like that instead of just taking it to the dump.
I think America is #1 in food waste.
Oh yeah,
We
definitely.
waste more food than any other country. You know, it's now, but I can't say that back when Mom and Daddy was coming up. Because I've always heard they didn't have much. And on the table, that was it. You didn't need it. You went to bed hungry. You learned to love it. I've heard Daddy talk about some of the food he used to eat. It would turn my stomach just to listen to him talk about it. But he said, they didn't have no choice. And when you was invited over to somebody's house to eat, the #1 rule is do not ask, what are you eating? Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah. You'd be thankful what you get.
Yeah.
And it's like I had a few jabs at my when I did the recipe with the pork and beans and stuff, or the soup beans I made. Oh, gross! People still eat those, and I'm like, I know it's not the same, but you still go to Taco Bell, don't you? I mean, most of the stuff is made from beans at Taco Bell. I'm like, this country was built on the farts of beans.
Well, soup beans, pinto beans, or whatever, beans and potatoes, beans and rice. That's what the South lived on. Now, the reason I say South a lot, because I don't live up north. I've never lived up north. I'm not saying y'all's food sucks. Matter of fact, first I ate a cucumber sandwich. Come to find out, that comes from the north. By God, it's good. I'll tear one up in a heartbeat, but
as long as it's not a watermelon.
Yeah, or boiled chitlins. But the hardest thing for me to overcome is back in the day when I cooked. Let's say I cooked for a big, all right. Let's say anywhere between 4 to 10, maybe 12 people at a sit down. Go from that to 2 people.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's hard. That's real hard.
Yeah.
And I will admit, me and the wife, we do throw some food away because, well, I'm not much for leftovers no more. Not like I used to be. There are some things I will eat leftover. Meatloaf. Oh God, yes.
You need to throw out your big pots and only cook in the little pots.
Dude, if you saw the type of pots and pans I used to cook in and what I got now, you wouldn't even say that.
Mhm.
I'm a step ahead of you. But you learn, I mean, that's all you can do is learn,
Yeah.
you know.
It's
Aaron,
like the food the video I put out today about the cost $3.75 because you know some of the things I seen on there says I can't cook a meal for under $40. I'm like,
damn
$40?
right.
What are you having? I don't even get that a month on food stamps. I get $23. No, I'm sorry. Well, I haven't got the raise yet because the government shut down. But this month I was supposed to get $24 a month. But yeah, how do you? I mean, I could go out and spend $100, $200 on a meal, but I wouldn't do that because I have to make my money last a whole month. So I'm not going to go out there and spend all my money on one meal, then, you know, starve to death the whole rest of the month.
Well, you know, that for the last week or so, we've been watching YouTube. What hey is it? Thanksgiving dinner for $20 or less, or $15 or less. First time I saw one, I said, "You crazy? It can't be done."
Yeah, it can.
So me and the wife, or should I say, the wife cooked a Thanksgiving dinner just for the two of us, and we spent what like $5 because we done had everything else. You know, we had the canned turkey. We had the only thing I had to go buy was what did I go buy? Oh, the turkey gravy, because we don't have a turkey. The mashed potatoes, God, I hate them things. Instant mashed potatoes.
Oh,
But,
I won't do instant.
well, you can doctor them up a little bit and they don't taste that bad. I make green bean casserole, dressing. Yeah, I had to go buy a can of celery soup. That's the only two things I had to buy. I had everything else. You know what? I was expecting to spend $20. I spent $5, and we ate good. But when you get up there in age, prepare to eat like that. If you already not doing it.
You're welcome, Jan. I still say you flying over the garden with the donkey in the back was a better picture.
Oh no. I
was going to do the twerking one, just because you told me not to make you twerking.
What's this? Who's twerking?
She asked me to do her YouTube banner, so I made her flying over in her red truck, flying over the garden, and a donkey hanging out the back, and eggs flying and stuff. Was joking. Yeah, because you know, what do they call it? The dental floss dance that I made Ed do.
really? I never heard.
It was only fitting that I made Ed dance, Colonel Ed Sanders dance. So I was going to make Jan dance.
Jan capitalized everything. No twerking. Yeah.
But again, that's to get back on the subject. That's why we have gardens. Even if we don't do very good, it's still not the time, because we put a lot of time in our gardens and stuff, but
Mhm.
the money. If you get seeds, if you do it right, you don't have to buy seeds again, because you grow your seeds every year. If you harvest your seeds, you can, unless you want to do a different variety, then you have to pay for it. If you do things right, you don't have to buy fertilizer or any of that stuff, because it's, you make it yourself. But that's, gardening has came up. People have started gardening in the last 5 years because, what had happened. But there's still many, many people that, think there's no such thing as cows. The meat comes from the grocery store and stuff. They don't know what a farm is or all that stuff.
I would have fun with people like that.
Yeah.
Well, I do remember when I was in school, they done a survey up north. Draw a picture where you think milk comes from. That whole school, except for one, drew milk in a container.
Yeah.
Well, only one person drew a picture of a cow. Let's see. My God.
Yeah, that's the thing. And I could talk about this till I'm blue in the face. Right now, if you want produce, now is the perfect time to do it, because these little markets and things that have
Yeah.
produce and stuff, they put everything in big bundles. You can go get like 100 pounds of apples for $10 right now. Some of them are not going to be good, or some of them are going to be ugly, but the majority of them you could can 50 quarts of applesauce or apple butter or something
I'd love to have some tomatoes.
for like $10.
Well,
It's
it's
going
like
to take you a bit of time, cutting the bad things out and everything like that. But this place had a whole slew of carrots. Unfortunately,
yeah.
I was a day late and I didn't get there to get the carrots, but it was a bushel full of carrots for $5, because they're trying to get rid of all this stuff, and they market it as deer food. A lot of hunters will use it as that, but
Not if I get there first.
yeah, potatoes. I got that 50-pound bag of potatoes for $12. You go to the store, you get 10 pounds for $6 now.
Yeah. Depending.
Yeah. And there were some bad potatoes in there, but the majority of it was good.
Well, now my daughter bought me a 50-pound box of potatoes, a couple of months ago. Dude, in 2 weeks they were gone. And I'm not talking about canning no more anything. I'm talking about belly gone.
Yeah.
And dude, carrots, tomatoes. If it's a fruit, I would love to lay my hands on it. $10 for a bushel. I've got some jars here that need to be filled. Okay. But I do know, like I said, I got some work I'm going to be doing this winter time. I'm going to be putting some trees on the ground winter time, so I can get my garden space back. And let's say you go buy a bushel of apples. Some of them is bad. I got 2 bacon bits out there that love apples.
Yeah.
Hey, fatten them up. That's what they're there for. You know, the bad thing about it is they're not mine. Hey,
There, look at that. That's 50-pound bag, 50 pounds right there for $10.
yeah.
Now
Where's this place?
it's about 9 miles from here. I don't know if I can. Nah, it's not going to let me zoom in. But do those look like bad apples?
Is that apples or potatoes?
Those are apples.
Okay, I see it on my TV.
Yeah,
Dude.
deer apples. Why supplies last? And they sell them as deer apples.
Well, they look
But-
like Macintosh.
They're good apples.
Can
That's
you-
where I got my apples. Not last year, but the year before, when I did my cranberry apple butter.
Yeah.
I
Apple
still have
butter.
some left.
Applesauce, apple pie filling. You
Yeah.
know. Lord have mercy. Dixie made her first batch last year, apple pie filling. But she didn't get but 4 quarts out of it. I think she got 1 quart left. Hey, man, oh my God. Tell me that good.
Yeah, if I had a press, I would be making apple cider. I'd go down there and get like 2 bags, 3 bags of it, just make nothing but cider.
I'm gonna have
Because
to make
You
mine.
can't get cider for under $7 a gallon.
Bushcraft, you can make your own press.
Well, yeah, I could.
2x4 and a cart and your car.
No, I'm talking about if you got a good saw and a good table saw, you can make your own press. My problem would be, and I'm still sitting here thinking how to do it, is
Is
the top of
The screw that goes down is the wood part's
Exactly.
easy, but that big screw where you have to turn that crank.
that part's fine with me. I can do that part. Okay.
Oh yeah.
It's the adapter that sits on the round press, and then you got to screw it in to the let's say screw. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how to make the screw out of wood like that. That's my problem.
Yeah, I dried up a lot of apples too when I had, because there's only so much apple butter that you can stand canning. And especially when you make the smaller jars, I'm like, why did I ever do this? I should just put them all in big jars. Well, I ended up, because you double stack them, but it takes forever. And when I lived out in the country, I did everything on the stove. So I had 2 pressure canners or 2 water bath canners going at the same time. And now you can get these, like Make It Make has that big thing that she uses to do her water bathing on the open fire. You didn't get any apples at all? Dang. Yeah, see, my kids would rather had dried fruit than a candy bar. It's just because they didn't grow up on, a bunch of junk food. Or even going to, I'm not saying I would never go to fast food and take them out to get a Happy Meal or something. Of course, that's been a long time since they had a Happy Meal, but
That's because of the price.
it wasn't like every other day they would get 2 meals at McDonald's or something like that. It was like maybe once a week, or if that, or once a month, because I cooked everything at home. And at one point, once the kids got old enough, I gave them money to go shopping, and they shopped for dinner, and they cooked dinner for everybody in the family that night. And one of the recipe, well, there's multiple, but one of the recipes I still use. I actually made a video of it, of we call it enchiladas, even though it's a burrito, but you get the frozen burritos and you put them in a casserole dish, and you put enchilada sauce on it, put cheese on top, and put it in the oven for half an hour, and you got an easy meal. And we still use that recipe. And my oldest son came up with that from, looking for recipes for what to fix that night. And
I still love
they
making it.
never, oh, I don't want to cook, or they loved it. It was like a game to them to go. They got to go to the store and go through the aisles and pick out all the stuff that they had to use for that night, and came home, cooked it, and everybody ate. And it was never once did anyone say, "Oh, I'm not doing this. This is stupid," or anything like that. They liked it.
B, I've done that many times. Drive past the McDonald's and tell them to sniff it, because that's what we're not having tonight.
Oh yeah. Now, when I was in the 80s, McDonald's fries was the best,
I like
cooked
checkers.
in that beef tallow. But now they're some of the grossest things.
And the worst thing is to go to a restaurant, get hot fries, and take them home and warm them up in the microwave. I'll throw them out the car window first.
Oh yeah,
Put
the
'em in
birds
the oven.
don't even eat them.
You got to reheat fries to use an air fryer. That way they don't get all soggy.
Yeah, see that nothing wrong with a grilled cheese and tomato soup. That's one of the best combinations out there.
Yep.
That's a dinner.
Hey, that's what I was raised up on.
I had five kids, and I had one of them big hot plates, and I'd have a whole loaf of bread, and I'd have it all buttered and everything, and one after the other, the kids come in with the empty plate, say, "I need another grilled cheese."
Mm-hmm.
Whole loaf of bread, boom, gone.
Well, let me ask you, coming up, when you ate hot dog or cheese dog, okay, did, let's say cheese dog, did they kind of melt the cheese a little bit and your buns was a little bit warm?
Who's they?
Well, whoever made them, you can go to a restaurant and get them like that or whatever. Now, I'm talking back in the day. They don't do that no more. You go order a cheese dog, bite down into it, your bun is damn near rock hard. Yeah, it feels like a slab of cheese is frozen. You got cold chili. The only thing warm on there is your coleslaw.
Well,
And
this is another one of these recipes one of the kids came up with. It's nacho cheese dogs, and I would put the hot dogs in the oven on a cookie sheet, and they would crisp up and cook, and then I would put the hot dog in the bun, and we put nacho cheese sauce on top, and then if you wanted, onions or jalapenos on there, it would be placed on there, and then some cheese on top of that, and it would put it in the oven and cook for about 10 minutes. And oh man, them things are good.
Now down here, we call that a combination dog. A hot dog and cheese together.
Mhm.
You know, which, that's fine. If that's the way you like it. If I want a hot dog, that's what I want. It's a hot dog. If I want a cheese dog, I don't want no hot weenie to go with my cheese. You know. Dixie asked me, she said, what's the difference between a square hamburger and a round hamburger? I told her, I said, if you drop it on the floor, it won't roll as far. She looked at me and I said, think about it. It won't pick up as much dirt. Pick it back up, throw it in the pan, and give it to somebody else.
You got to remember the 5-second rule, Jeff. Right?
What good is a 5-second rule when you got a 3-second dog?
Well, that could be a problem. And I'm sure the hot grease would be a problem for him too, but you know. Ouch.
Oh yes, Jenna. That
Hey, Ed.
old times. Cowboy beans and hot dogs in a pan. We call that pork and beans.
Beanie weenies.
Oh.
And that's what not tomorrow. Tomorrow's recipe is going to be carnivore Salisbury steak in gravy.
Nice.
Well,
and it was good.
Tomorrow liable to be cabbage and sausage day.
Yeah, Colonel Ed Sanders has entered the room. Where is he at? Yeah, there he is. Colonel Ed Sanders.
Okay, you lost me on that one. Let's see. Don't be mean like Charles. I'm sure everybody has got their favorite recipe that they like, overall.
Hey Jeff, this is what I do for a hot dog. Okay.
Okay.
It's gotta be kosher dog. Okay.
All
right. The dog to bun ratio has to be right. I don't want to be eating all bread and barely taking a hot dog. That's key. So what I'll do is I'll grill the dog outside on the grill till it gets brown. I split them. I like to split the dog and then I grill it. And I put you can get hoagie rolls, but the smaller ones, they're not real fat and thick and all bread.
They're skinnier.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'll put down a bed of pickle relish and then lay the dog right down on top of that, and then the onions on the side of that, and then I take bacon bits and I put bacon bits down on top of that, and then I put cheese all over the top, and then I stick them under the broiler for 5 minutes. Not 5 minutes. It depends on how high your broiler's going.
Yeah.
And you let everything brown up where the cheese is just starting to roll over the top of the roll off over the top of the bread, the sides of the roll. Yeah. And then the cheese is starting to get a little brown, but not really brown. That's the way you eat a hot dog for me.
Well, now, if I'm
once in a while, a New York style dog that's been sitting in the boiler out on the street corner for 2 days, and they're good too.
Well, now, if I'm going to get fancy and cook, I'll go buy a pack of bacon. I can't say a pound of bacon no more. I'll go buy a pack of bacon, hot dogs, all beef hot dogs. I'll wrap my hot dogs, with the bacon. And like you said, I'll bake them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll lay down a little bit of mustard, a A little bit of ketchup.
You failed. You failed.
Look,
Yeah.
mute yourself. I don't want to hear your voice like this. This is me.
Yourself, Charles.
This is just me. A little bit of mustard.
That was a good one.
Dog on there. Put chili, slaw, and for Dixie, onions. Okay? Go to town. And yes,
Yeah, you done ruin it with the baby poop.
used to. I used to love mustard on my hot dogs or whatever, but it got to the point every time I'd go to a restaurant and tell them to put a little bit of mustard on it, that's all you taste. You couldn't taste the hot dog, the hamburger, or nothing.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I started getting them to put mayonnaise on mine instead of mustard.
Well, mayo is good on anything, but
Yeah.
that's the key, though. I don't care what you're cooking. I don't care what meat, chicken, fish, pork, whatever. It's all about ratio.
Yeah.
You know, how much are you putting a pound of mushroom and gravy over your steak? No, because then you're not going to taste the steak. It's got to be, it's got to be balanced. Unless you're real hard and been working all day and don't give a damn, then
Yeah.
bang
Well,
away.
Might as well go to McDonald's then.
Now I'm like this, okay, and it's took me a long time to get to this point. Hamburger steak with onions and gravy on it, okay? I'm going to leave it like that right there. When I cut into it, I want to be able to taste my hamburger.
Right.
You see what seasoning I got. I want to be able to bite into my onion and taste that in the gravy. I don't want my food to overpower something.
You don't want one item to overpower everything, right?
Exactly. I can't stand that.
Like if I do hamburger, I'll get 80-20 because I like a little fat, and 90-10 is too lean for me. And I'll chop up onion, sometimes bacon bits, but whatever. Cheese, I'll put cheese in there. While I'm making the patty. I'm
okay.
First, I'll make a big bowl of the burger, burger meat, and then Worcestershire sauce. Kinder's brand makes a kick-ass. It's it's a steak seasoning. I'll put that on them, and I'll just mix the meat all up. And then I don't pack the burgers really tight because I find that
they get too tough.
Well, not only that, but they shrink. And then when I put the burger on the grill, I've got little chips of ice, and I'll put a little piece of ice right in the middle of the burger. Okay. And that keeps it from cooking too fast. It does. And then I'll flip it over and I'll put another piece of ice on the other side, on the upside. And it just kind of, I don't know what it's just, I saw this trick years ago at a barbecue. And ever since that's it. And when you use cheese, use real cheese. Don't buy that crap that's cheese product. No. It's got to be Sargento or something that's real cheese. And I also like mushrooms on my burger, so I'll put mushrooms and onions. And you can either make a conservative burger or you can make one that won't fit in your mouth. So
Not I know of them, Eric.
But now, you see these people that make macaroni and cheese, homemade macaroni and cheese, and they'll go and buy shredded cheese. You can't make a good macaroni and cheese that way.
No,
because the stuff that's on the cheese to keep it from sticking together and stuff, actually stops the process of it melting the correct way. And
cheese don't melt no more.
it's because of the coating on there. You have to get a block of cheese that isn't, you know, has all that stuff in it. And then you shred it, whatever way you go to shred it. I have a little hand crank thing.
Right.
And you can tell the difference in when you melt it down. Like me doing the carnivore thing, I'm using heavy cream and Parmesan cheese to make an Alfredo sauce, basically. And if it's already shredded from the store, you can see it almost like a shimmer on top of the chemicals that are on there, and it's not the same.
Right.
Well, now normally depending on the mood that I'm in, I'll go ahead and throw my hamburger in the pan.
Yeah.
I'll put a lot of times I put Heinz 57 sauce in there. Okay. And I'll put a pack of Lipton onion soup mix in there.
Knuckle splitter.
Hey, Harvest, how you doing? You know what else? Some people will use a big block of Velveeta.
Yeah.
Just let it swing away. I know. I'm just saying that is, for a lot of people, a staple. They'll just let it slide right into the whole ball of wax.
I think that's fine if you get like a can of Rotel and a can, the Velveeta cheese and put it in the microwave and mix it together and use it for a dip.
Yeah,
that's fine but if you're making homemade mac and cheese the way it should be made, you got to do it right.
Yeah. Hey, Serena.
And I hate to say it, but you know, the South does make the best mac and cheese. It's what it is. You come up here and it's, you know, people thinking that they can make it. It's just not the same.
Bushcraft, answer me a question. A friend of mine married a lady from up in Michigan, close to where 101 lives. And one summer night, they went and got a pound of bologna, and they sat there and grounded it up. Okay. Mm-hmm. They put, I want to say, some type of relish and some other stuff.
Mayonnaise.
Made a dip out of it. Man, that's some of the best stuff I ever ate. What's the recipe to that?
Well, it's actually a spread too.
Yeah,
you can you can make it. You can put it on a bread and make it into a sandwich.
Yeah,
but most of the time it is a good dip. I forget what the heck it's called, but
my sister makes it.
You just chop it up the bologna. It's like a bologna salad or something like that. I forget what the name of it is. But yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah,
and then you got to use the Dorito scoops.
And been wanting it ever since. Me and Dixie both sat there and talked about it. And she made some of the, it's a Mexican dish. I can't even think of it. You take your
that sounds good though.
Like a taco shell, you know, and you put stuff in it, wrap it up, put it in the pan, and you put the sauce on it. You put it in the oven and bake it. I know what it is as soon as I hear it, but I can't think of it.
Enchilada?
Yes.
Okay.
She made the best enchilada I've ever tasted. And there is certain stuff that she used before. I've seen other people just throw stuff in there.
Well, see, I grew up in Phoenix, Arizona. So I know what Mexican food is supposed to taste like. It's not like at the Taco Bell and the Mexican restaurants everybody goes to. Real Mexican food. I lived in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I'd lived with a The only one that spoke English was my friend that let me live with them for like 6 months while my dad was in jail or something. And every Thursday night we would stay up, and the whole family would be in there making tamales. I didn't know what everybody was saying. I kind of got the gist of certain words and this and that, but
Yeah.
I learned real fast what I thought was hot food, spicy food.
Right.
Oh man, you get a tolerance for it really quick. Oh man, probably the first week I was living there, I couldn't sit down. It was bad.
Oh, boy.
Well, I mean, look, I don't care if it's Mexican, if it's Thai, if it's Japanese, or what it is. If you got a restaurant, they just throw the stuff together, and yeah, you may go in there and it may be good, but if you go to their house and they're eating and everything, dude, it's like you in a totally different world.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's even when I lived in New York, I worked at a Grand Union grocery store, and this little old lady, Italian lady, came over and was getting food for the restaurant, and the checkout people, the bag guys up front, wasn't going to help her with her groceries, and I was supposed to go out and get carts and do other things, and I said, let me help you, and I carried her groceries over to the restaurant. And ever since I did that, every day she told me to come over for lunch, and I thought I was going to come into the restaurant and eat lunch. No, we went to the back where the family had lunch. And, oh my, some of the best food. Oh,
awesome.
I don't know what half the stuff was called or anything, but it was some of the best food, Italian food I ever ate.
Well, see, a place like that, they got food for the public and they got food for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You want the excellent food, go to the back of the kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
Or if you good friends with them, say, look, I don't want the food that you feed to the public. I want the real food. A lot of times they'll give it to you, but be prepared what you get. Like Bushcraft said, it can be so spicy, it'll knock your toenails slap through your shoes.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It like, cause I lived, it wasn't a good end of town. I lived in South Phoenix, down past Van Buren. So if anybody's ever been through Phoenix, usually nobody goes past Van Buren because it's rough. And which I never had any trouble down there. I don't know, I never had trouble in bad areas of towns. I don't know. It's like I don't look like I give a crap or something, or it's just I just look like I'm supposed to be there or something. I don't know. But I lived there and never had any issues with gangs or anything like that. I lived like in a small trailer court, and it was about 2 blocks away from the movie theater. The only problem, and this was in the 80s, so the only problem with the movie theater was the girls would put 10 pounds of hairspray in their hair, and it was 3 feet off the top of their head. So you were like this trying to see the movie.
Uh-huh.
They did that in every state. That was the big hair time then. Right?
Well, this is Latino
Yeah.
women. They're known for their big. Well, back then they were. So yeah.
Now, Whistle Stop said they lived in Arizona for 3.5 years in Phoenix.
Yeah.
Jenna, is it Hilker? Hunting season, buck, 2 weeks to go. Is that 2 weeks to go before it starts, or 2 weeks left?
I wish I knew somebody around here to let me on their property.
Come on.
Around here. Your deer are too small down there.
Hey, that's all right.
What is the rules there, Charles?
If you don't believe me, ask Eric. Up here, the deer are a bit bigger, right?
Oh, sure. Is that, do they use, they allow centerfire cartridges, or is it all shot?
Here, well, they have different things, but it's a shotgun, slugs.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Now, Eric, when you do go deer hunt, what do you normally take with you?
I haven't deer hunted in years. I hog hunt, but I don't deer hunt. The deer are small. You got to go to really, really north of the state to get anything. But I've hunted everywhere, really, all up to the eastern seaboard. I've hunted out west. But when I was in Jersey, it was a rifled slug, you know, with a slug barrel and an 870 pump. And that's, you know.
You'd have to go up to up where Dana's at, up there, to look for deer.
Yeah. Yeah, believe it or not, there are some bigger deer than you think in the state. It's just, you know.
I have never been deer hunting.
Ooh.
Well,
I have, but
you said, what would you bring? You got to bring water with you, all right? Obviously, a cell phone. Now that you can have a cell phone, and a map, a compass. You got to have something to cut the deer with because you got to dress it out.
Yeah.
You know.
See, that right there is the only reason I've not been deer hunting. I don't know how to field dress one.
Well, it's just like any other animal. The anatomy is the same. There's certain things you need to cut out, though.
Right. It'll spoil the meat if you don't.
Yeah, there's glands in the legs, and depending on what it is, a boy or girl. But
okay, to start, she said. All right.
Well, say, I would love to go just once or twice, you know, just so I can say, yeah, I've been deer hunting.
Mm-hmm.
The only time I go deer hunting is at nighttime with my headlights, you know, if they blinking. That's it. And I'm thinking about being like 101, put a guard up in front so it don't tear the front end of my truck up. There are
extremely a lot of deer on the roadside now.
Yeah.
As long as it ain't flat.
Well, I'm not sure if it's because there's a lot of deer or there's nobody picking them up.
Probably both. And I do know
they hit me.
Yeah, right, Jan. That happened to me. Right out of the 1977 Cutlass Supreme. Just brought it out of the paint shop. Same day, I had a doe run into my left rear quarter panel. Boom.
Oh.
A friend of mine had a Volkswagen. He said he was sitting on the side of the road one night looking at a map, trying to figure out where he's going, and a big buck attacked his Volkswagen. He said he had to get out of there.
Hey, you go on the internet, you can find pictures of, you know, a mature buck who's put his rack right to the side of the door and has impaled the guy's left leg and the guy's sitting in the car, and you know, of course, the cops are taking pictures for, you know, this, that, and the other thing, and the deer, they probably had to. One of the deer wasn't dead, so it's moving around. So I guess the cop probably dispatched it real quick. But
oh man,
go right through a car, man.
Yeah, worst thing I ever seen was a moose, and the driver and the passenger in the front were
probably killed
gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, the moose made it all the way to the back seat.
Is it true?
There was nothing in front of the back seat. We'll put it that way.
Is it true if you see a moose, do not blow the horn?
I wouldn't blow the horn at any four-legged animal. It just scares them.
Yeah, because you don't know what direction they're going to take off because you scared the crap out of them.
Well, that's true. That's true.
You know, a moose can grow to 1,000 pounds or more. There's a video on YouTube, tractor trailer, probably running about 80 miles an hour, you know, big rig. And this moose ran out in front of him. It was like a water balloon went off full of confetti.
Yeah.
You didn't see any distinguishable parts of that animal. It was just like a confetti balloon.
Juicified.
Yep.
When we were moving mobile homes, okay, I was an escort. And it was about 5 a.m.
Male or female?
What?
You said you were an escort.
Jeff, your past is coming out again. Dang it.
I know. But
you're supposed to keep that on the down low, man.
Well, it depends. I'm in need of a little bit of money here. The guy was driving the cab, and I saw behind him a duck, believe it or not, flew in front of the truck. I'd never seen him go on the other side. And he come back over to CB. He said, well, they won't be making no more Aflac commercials.
Yeah, I've seen a duck go through the windshield, just their head and neck, and was quacking inside the vehicle with the tail end of it out the window like this, and weirdest thing.
Well, yeah, it's like this. There has been a whole lot of people killed being impaled by animals coming through the windshield.
Oh,
yeah. It seems like it, but you know. So just be careful.
You ever see a video of a bird strike in a commercial airliner in the cockpit? Where it hits the windshield?
Well, even a fighter jet.
That's some specialty glass there. Because
I've never even heard of it.
Oh yeah. You get enough of
that. You gotta see them big giant jet engines. They're bigger than people, you know.
Yeah.
Huge things. One little duck goes in that, or a geese or something like that, and boom, it blows up.
Yep.
Well, that's what got isn't that what got Sully on the Hudson? It was a bird strike.
Yeah.
We ingested both engines, got it. And you know, you gotta figure, I guess he had taken off. So his engines were, you know, obviously really spooled up, and they ingest that amount of birds. That's it. The compressor goes and you're done. So there's some airports now that they have trained dogs, border collies, and I forget the other breed. and they've got them trained where they run them down at the end of the runway, 3/4 of the way down, because that's normally when the most dangerous part of an airplane ride or flight, whatever you want to call it, is takeoff. That's the most dangerous. And the dogs will chase the birds off the runway and they know not to go on the runway, but they keep them from congregating around the area that's, most critical time when the plane's taking off. Because the birds are that bad.
One of the airports up here, the worst problem they have is deer being on the runway.
Yeah.
The planes can't land.
Yep.
Yeah, I got to go buy another broom. I told Dixie she's gonna have to quit riding it.
Take your medicine.
Yeah. She got mad at me.
Up here, there some of the food banks accept it, but it's just not from any Tom, Dick, and Harry comes in there with a load of meat.
Right.
It has to be through a processor and it has to be stamped by, but
local authorities.
There's nobody working, so that's not going to happen this year. So,
well, now I don't know about the fire, but down here they do wild boar like that.
Yeah, but for a food bank, it has to. Well, I don't know down there. Up here, it has to be. A game warden has to sign off on it. It has to get a stamp from him.
Yeah, I saw that big. Yeah, because you got to figure if you're feeding.
I'll be back in a minute.
If you're feeding needy people and homeless people or whatever, and the meat is tainted or something, I mean, you're potentially got, you got a big lawsuit coming your way. So it's got to be, you just can't bring meat in and feed it to people without, it being checked.
And especially nowadays, when you bring them in, they have to be tested for things. And during 2020, evidently, Ohio had the biggest number of deer that had that stuff.
The deer actually had the 19? Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what they said. I don't know if that would. Well, the same thing with the bird thing.
Right.
Evidently, the deer here have it too, which is they say it's normal for other species to get it, but it's not deadly as it is to, birds.
Right. Well, I'm sure there'll be something else that unfortunately pops up again. And
well, I remember the monkey one.
Yeah. Did they ever catch that one? This is the recent one that got out. Was it Tennessee?
Oh no, I mean.
No, I know. I know you're talking about that outbreak. Yeah, but
yeah,
just recently there was there was 3 of them that got loose from a lab.
The Microsoft guy.
Gates?
Yeah.
Bill Gates. So there's a monkey running around somewhere that might be tainted.
Yeah, and they don't tell you they find them.
No, they're not gonna tell you.
And on kind of on that subject, well, it's not really that subject, but I'm surprised 101 is not going live because, well, I can't really say too much.
Oh, you mean about results?
Yeah, the stuff that happened where is that? I'm not saying that's where he lives or is close to anything he goes to, but I'm surprised he didn't come up and bring it up, But I seen where they where they were planning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They had drop-in binary. You know what? That can just drop right into a lower.
Michigan Life, I was fixing to say something about that.
There's two more still loose. God. Well, first it was supposed to be a red October, and that kind of blew over. Now it's supposed to be a real warm November, or spicing it up, and and then when that don't happen, then it's going to be a real dangerous December, and then when that don't work out, it's going to be a jive in January, and it's just
the thing is, there has been 4 things that has happened.
right.
Now I can only vaguely know of one, which I talked about it briefly, and I can't believe 101 didn't even know about it in Tennessee. But there's 3 others that has happened, but I really can't place it, what it could have been.
Yeah.
And it's being hushed, these things that are happening. And I'm not entirely know why, because I'm not in the know, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I hear things, but that's about as far as it goes.
Yeah.
So if there's 3 other things in the last 6 months, what do you think those 3 other things would have been? Allegedly, hypothetically,
Allegedly.
Yeah.
I just come back. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Somewhat what 101 was talking about in Michigan, the stuff that happened in Michigan next to him. Not saying they were involved in this other stuff, but there's allegedly 4 things, events that happened, and I only know of one.
Yeah.
And as far as that, I have no idea what the other 3 would be. In the last 6 months.
Were these events that were thwarted, or did they come to fruition?
As far as I know, they took place.
They took place.
I don't know if see, that's the thing, is it, because I know the one counts as one, because I know, but the other 3, I just can't think of anything unless it's completely, nobody knows about it type thing.
Then if that's the case, it must have been really bad.
Yeah.
I think that's been going on for decades, and then you're not hearing about it.
Yeah, but I would think it would help somebody's party.
Yeah.
If it was brought out in public.
Unless it's part of a network that they're really closing in on, and they don't want to, telegraph.
That was kind of my guess on the whole thing, because collateral damage has happened before for the greater good, so to speak. It's not a new thing, and it'll happen again and again.
And you got to watch the powers that be. You got to watch who knows what and when, because there's always going to be a leaker. There's the upper echelon, and then there's the door smashers that do the work.
Yeah.
And
and watch, mysterious people getting deleted or slipping in the shower and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, you've got Richard C. He passed, right? He's from out west. His daughter was in Congress, right? I don't know what he did.
Oh, that's right. He did pass,
Yep.
didn't
Yep. VP. He was the VP during 9/11.
he? Under Mr. O.
Yep.
Yeah.
And one
was
place
space.
that's probably gonna, well, I don't want to say allegedly, is the South, like South America, Central America.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's gonna be like Jiffy Pop popcorn going off soon.
Yeah. See all that mess down there. I wasn't fixated on that. I was fixated on stuff that's more here.
Yeah.
Now, I ain't heard nothing about that going on in the South.
Well, we sent another aircraft carrier and another.
Yeah, it's
I think it's four other.
There's a carrier group headed that way, Jeff.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Gerald Ford, and I think that's our newest one. Yep.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not. I mean, it's a task force. You got your flat top, and then you've got destroyers all around that, and then you've got smaller destroyers around that, and then you've got your attack submarines. I mean, they don't just go out alone. They got all kinds of backups.
Oh, they can't afford to.
Well,
and when they do, there's one or two that are under the water too.
right.
Yeah.
I call them fish.
Well, that's right. I'm sitting here reading chat too. Oh, 9:30.
But if you can sit there and say we're right here, and 6 months we're looking at government down still. What do you think is going to happen with the public?
Oh, you know what's going to happen.
Yeah. We're day 4, and you see people raiding places, which they were already doing that out west, but this is happening in, little towns and big towns now.
I personally would be more worried about cells that have come over through our southern
that are already here.
Some that have been here for decades.
Mm-hmm.
That's especially the
waking up.
Any of the now I want to sound like I'm against any group, because I'm not, but it's fact that a lot of the Middle Eastern radical groups, we'll just put it that way, they are very patient people. And they will wait decades and decades until they get the go. And then it happens. So just saying, you all need to keep your eyes peeled, because I think the American folk, we've probably had enough, so to speak, and it could get, very kinetic.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm glad Grace is getting out of New York.
Yeah. We don't have to look at her shoes anymore. I got you, Grace.
It's gonna go 8.
Her feet up there.
Right? She's pulling a female Wano saving, right?
Yeah, if this continues to go on, which it might be over in a week. You never know, but it's Trump that's president, and it's Democrats that are causing it. And they're running out of lies. When they get caught left and right saying we didn't start this, they did. And they're the ones that voted to shut the government down. How do they not lie that around?
After they agreed not to. That's all right. Midterms, they're going to take a shellacking.
Yeah.
They are.
We did some voting today here.
And they're not going to see power for probably a decade when that happens.
Yeah, it's just, I just feel like nowadays everybody thinks that to eat a meal, it has to be $50 to $100 for a meal for 4 people. And especially if you're expecting that $4,000 a month to get food and stuff. It's crazy. And you can eat on $5 for a meal a day.
Yeah.
Even cheaper. It doesn't have to be, just look at beans. A bag of beans you can still get for $1 at the dollar store. Same thing with rice. You can dress it up to where it tastes good.
Yeah.
But you get tired of beans and rice after a while.
You get tired of not eating too. Beans and rice will taste good after you haven't had it for a while.
Dixie does not give Jeff beans.
Yeah. You just don't rely on one thing. You got to try to be creative.
Who said that?
I did.
Big Chum and a can of tuna is fine, but it's got to the point there's one can of meat I do not like no more unless it's fried. That's spam.
Spam.
Oh, spam, yeah.
The only way
the treat's better than spam.
Send it to Bigfoot if you got extra spam.
Yeah.
I think we all should send Bigfoot a can of spam for Christmas this year.
That'd be awesome.
Here you go, that's all of me.
Lake would do a live, and there would be a bonfire of all the cans.
Pop, pop, pop.
Right?
Spam flying across the yard.
I'll send him 2 packages. One of the packages will be a can of beanie weenies and a vein of sausage, and the other one will be a can of spam and a loaf of bread. I'm glad they ain't up on here tonight.
Listening.
Let's spam Josh.
You know what?
That might be listening.
That is a good idea, bushcraft.
Sure.
I might just do that. To my knowledge, I've never had canned roast beef. No, wait a minute. Hold on. That's something else. That's what I was thinking.
Get yourself a can of Dinty
Corned
Morris.
beef. Corned beef and corned beef hash. That's good stuff.
Yeah, that's it.
But we've talked about being blue in the face about prepping some stuff back, and majority of you guys might already have a bunch of stuff put back and stuff, but it's not going to hurt anything. I went through a tub of instant food type stuff, like instant mashed potatoes, instant rice and stuff that, you know, it's not going to go bad. Just checking to see if all the packages were good and there was no moisture in there and everything. And just making sure I had checked my supplies, so to speak. Which is always good. You know, you can have something that's sitting in an airtight waterproof tub for a couple years. You just still want to
Good. So
see what you got, so to speak. And I did a video, it's probably been 3 years ago or more. Pop bottles, plastic pop bottles.
Yeah.
Not the perfect thing to put rice in or anything, because, you know, there's the plastic police that think we're going to all die from plastic. Hate to say it, but it's everywhere. You ain't getting away from it.
Well,
anyways, I put the rice in there, put oxygen absorbers, and cranked that sucker down, and those things shrunk up because the oxygen has been removed. So I know they're airtight. Those bottles will probably last 10, 15, 20 years.
Well, see, we got a problem in this household. We don't buy 2-liter drinks no more.
No, it's not the 2-liter. It's 24 ounces.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, because you get a 2-liter bottle. Once you open it, you have to eat that. And if you don't like rice that much, if you got a 24 ounce, that's 2 meals. Depending on how many people you're feeding. And then you can move on to beans.
Now, I know a pint jar will hold just a little over 2 cups of rice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and well, like you said, you know.
Hey there, stranger.
And I never had that rice.
It's better to prepare for harder times than it is just to wait for it to get here. Because sometimes whoops can do you in.
Yeah. I'll tell you something else. We got cold weather coming in now. You know, that means power outages. If you've got little gas grills or whatever, you better stock up on that also.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yep. The butane bottles.
Yeah. Butane. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember hearing down in Texas when a certain cold spell came through, those things were going $20 to $50 a bottle for the small skinny ones.
Tell about the 1 pound bottles.
No, the small skinny looks like a.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Like a can WD-40.
Yeah, them small ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$50 for one.
Yep.
I'd rub 2 sticks together before I paid that much.
Like that.
But I've got to stock up on some kerosene for kerosene heater. I got to make sure it still works.
Remember, number 2 diesel is the same thing.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But when I was working with Dollar General, a couple of elderly ladies come in wanting to buy some oil for their candles.
The lamps.
Yeah, their lamp.
Oh, lamps.
Oh, oil lamp. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like $2 for a pint. And
not anymore.
More? Well,
yeah.
A while back.
The little, it's like the little bottle, like a tiki lamp thing.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, those are like $14 now.
My God.
Yeah.
But I told him, I said, you know, you can go get you some kerosene. It's the same thing. Well, that ain't what my instruction says. I said, all right, you know.
It does smell though.
Yeah.
Well,
It'll
yeah,
work the same. It smells.
it will.
I can't stand
Yeah.
it.
There
You
is
get used
one,
to it though.
there is one place around here that sells pure white kerosene. Okay. Now, if you've got a kerosene heater, it's best to run white kerosene because it won't burn it up as quick.
Yeah.
But that white kerosene is double the price.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you ain't got it, you do what you can, you know.
Yeah. A lot of times you can filter that number 2 diesel to do the same thing.
Well, now when we got number 2 diesel to heat with, to heat our homes with, not many times Daddy would tell them just put kerosene in there because it was cheaper at that time.
Yeah.
Boy, it would burn hotter too.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But Jerry, I agree with you. It is got a bad smell. But if you light it outside and if you cut it off outside, that's fine. You ain't got to worry about the smell.
Yeah. I've had it. I had a van one time. The heater core went, and it was like 20 below, and I had a kerosene heater in the back of the van.
Yeah.
And I turned that thing on, and I cracked the windows in the back and drove around with the kerosene heater on in the vehicle to and from work.
I've heard of people doing that around here, and you ain't got to get your car hot to get it to working either.
Yeah. Well, that's what, about 10 minutes before it was to go out, I'd start it up and I would turn the heater on, go back in, drink a cup of coffee, come back out and go to work and shut it off. And about 10 minutes before I'd go home, I'd do it again.
Well, like I said, you do what you can at that time.
Yeah. And it stunk.
If I'm not mistaken, in a van to replace a heater core, you got to take that dash out.
Well, it should be right on the firewall, shouldn't it?
Yeah, it should be. Now, I know for a fact that 85 Mustang, you got to take that dash out to change that. To where an old pickup truck raised the hood, take a couple of screws out, and bam, there it is.
Yeah.
But I don't think they make it that easy no more.
No, not the new stuff.
Everything's harder.
Yeah. Nowadays you have to split the vehicle in half and
Yeah.
When I was
take
changing
the motor
oil,
out.
when I was changing oil, there's some of them cars you got to be a contortionist just to take the oil plug out.
Yeah, Ford Expedition. To take the starter out, it just didn't come out. I had to snake it through all kinds of little obstacles down underneath there.
I hate that.
And then to put it back in, I had to feed it in the same way, but in reverse. And some of the spots I had to go like this with my fingers lifting the starter up because there was no room for my hands to get up there.
Well, now, I don't know if you've ever took a starter out of a Vega or Astra, Pontiac
I was
Astra.
just going to bring that up. Yep.
I don't care how good you are or how fast you are. It's going to take you at least an hour just to take that starter out because you can only turn that wrench 1/8 of an inch at a time.
Yeah.
And you can never get it finger loose. until the last 2 threads. That's
All
it.
of my Oldsmobiles were big block 4-speeds, and they all had headers. And when a starter would go, you'd literally have to take the header, loosen it. I mean, really loose, just to swing that pipe just 3/4 of an inch to the one side, just to get that starter off of the mount. Horrible. And then they started coming out with those mini starters, those high torque mini starters that were like 1 size. But they were like $300 back then. So
yeah, they were. But I'll tell you something else. I cannot remember the car it was, but I had to jack the motor up, take it loose from the motor mount on that side, jack it up a little bit, and then go and turn the tire just to take the starter out. And it didn't fall out. You had to take it completely loose and pull it out from the top because it would not fall out from the bottom.
Yeah, some of these, like the fan belts, you got to play Jenga to figure out where
the serpentine belts.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's normally a schematic under the hood that shows the route, but it's still a pain in the butt.
Yeah. Even then, it shows you when there's nothing there, but then you have to fit it through all that. Oh,
right.
Now, if you're just taking the alternator off, that's one thing. But if the belt breaks or something, I didn't have the schematic thing, that directions of how it went on or anything. And the belt broke and it slung somewhere. I never did find the belt. And I actually drove it to the auto parts place because I heard it break, and then no power steering. And I ran in there. I said, "We got to hurry up. My fan belt just broke, and I need a replacement." And they hurried up. I got out of there, and went home real quick. And I've got this belt. Looks like it's 18 feet long, and I'm like, "What the heck did they give me?" And I called them up. And I said, "Are you sure this is the one that goes to this?" I said, "This thing is, I could wrap it around the vehicle." I said, "Yes, you have to feed it around." And he said that look on above the radiator. There's a diagram that shows you how to put it. I said, "Somebody stole this sticker. It's not there anymore."
Factory stickers going, "Hey, Mountain Grandma."
Oh,
hello, Mountain Grandma. I
sat out there for probably about 4 hours trying to figure out, well, that didn't work. Let me try this way. And finally, I figured it out, which, I should have went straight to YouTube, but
that's what I
trust YouTube at that time.
The worst thing I've ever had to change a belt on, believe it or not, is a lawnmower. That one, I had to take the battery out, I had to take the seat off, had to take the the pan the battery sets on. I had to take it out, and then I had something like about a ½ inch for my hands to play with the belt and pray it didn't fall off the front while I put it on the back.
You're talking about the belt that runs to the transaxle in the back?
Yes, I'm talking. If that belt goes out, you ain't going nowhere.
Jeff, do you know how many of them I've changed?
Quite a few.
I
don't care. It still don't get easy.
No. Nope.
I would prefer to put a belt on the deck than I had the drive belt. And Lord God, don't get me started with a ZTR. They're easier to put on, believe it or not. A ZTR drive belt. Yeah. Just give me a trailer. I'll load the thing up and take it up there and let somebody else do it.
Because every time you put that tractor in gear, you hear that. That's that belt. That's that belt squealing on that pulley. And one day it's gonna go, and then it's gonna go pop. And then you're gonna be.
Let me tell you something. Mine was so wore out, Eric. While it's running, you can take it off the sprocket.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
But I'm like
around.
Well, I'm like this.
That must have been a slow tractor then.
It wasn't that fast. I'll put it like that. You know, but hey, as long as it moved, I did.
Right.
I ain't messing with it. It's like, why fix it if it ain't broke? I mean, it was half-ass broke, but yeah, I don't want to do that again.
I think I need.
Okay, we're
one more.
almost at the 10-minute mark, or 10 o'clock mark, not 10 minute. So I'm going to go ahead and send you guys over to Leonard Mountain Homestead. They're still going, so they got a big group of people going on over there.
I think it started about an hour after you did.
Yeah. So head on over there and tell them we sent you over. And I should be here Friday.
And tell everyone.
Should be.
Tell everyone to send Bigfoot a can of Spam. We're gonna
Hold on.
We're gonna start this. This is gonna be a Jeff. You can run the show. This is gonna be a grassroots effort to get as many cans of Spam in that man's front yard that can possibly fit. Okay.
Listen. All right. Yeah. Hush up long enough to listen to what I'm fixing to say.
Hush up. You've been running your jowls all night.
Hurry up.
What is her name? What is her name on there?
Whose name?
Where are you sending us to?
Amy?
Leonard Mountain Homestead. What's her name?
Amy?
That's Chris and Amy.
Okay. All right, hold on. Hello, Chris and Amy. I hope y'all having a good day. We doing a bet here just to see how many cans of Spam we can send Bigfoot. So tell everybody in chat to send him at least one can. Thank you. He will love me to death.
There you go.
It won't happen.
Jeff, you're on my stream. You're not over there.
Well, no, I am over there too.
Yeah, but they can't hear you.
Yes, they can. I'm live with them on my phone.
Yeah, but
Are you on panel?
You're live on this channel.
I'm live on your channel, and I'm live. Well, I'm in chat over there.
Well, that ain't live.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait a minute. I had to go bring it up real quick. I'm like, I don't see you up there.
You got to be up on their panel for anyone to hear you.
She was laughing and waving with both hands.
Oh, okay. Well, she's probably got Charles up somewhere.
Listen.
Oh, you put it in text. You didn't say it. Okay.
Well,
you just said Chris, and I don't know who that is.
He was supposed to be here at 9:30 tonight. And he's messing me up.
They probably don't know who Bigfoot is.
Hold on.
The guardrails going to the bus.
If y'all don't know who Bigfoot is, just ask Bushcraft. He'll tell you.
Thursday nights, it's Dig Deeper Ministries. That's Bigfoot.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down because we got 1 minute. Okay.
He got me up there. All right.
Yeah, I should be we should be back up here for Friday, so we'll see how things are going by then. You guys have a good night. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll see you on the next one.